Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Long time no see. It's been a couple of months since I uploaded my last YouTube video, and I'm pretty excited to be filming again. If you follow me on my Instagram account, then you may or may not have seen me post on stories that I have not been feeling well since basically mid to end of October. It all started with getting COVID for the second time, and then things kind of just spiraled through there. So I'm finally feeling a little bit better, at least feeling with enough energy to sit down and film and even put on makeup. I really haven't been wearing much makeup the past couple months at all, not even once a week if I think about it. I've just not been feeling well. But anyway, I am back, hopefully back on track to our regularly scheduled programming of once a week. And for today's video, since we are still in January of the new year, Happy New Year to all of you, by the way, I wanted to share some of my best of 2022 products, mostly makeup products. Yeah, pretty much makeup products and a couple of tools and whatnot, and share with you guys what I loved in the year 2022. Most of these I want to say are items that released in 2022. I think I have a couple that may have been released a year prior, but for the most part, they are 2022 releases. For some of these products, I've already done like in-depth reviews of them, so I'll try and make a note of that throughout the video in case you want to go and check out that entire review of the items. But I think there's a couple that I've mentioned here and there that I haven't done a full in-depth review. So let's dive right in. I'm gonna kind of go in order of application. I'm hoping this video won't be too long. And I am wearing all of these products on my face right now to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. And let's start off with primers. There were quite a few primers that I really enjoyed and loved in 2022. Some of those being, that I've mentioned before, the Urban Decay All-Nighter Gripping Primer. I absolutely love that one. But I did want to really showcase a primer from NYX that literally since I tested the small sample of it, I've been in love. And this is the NYX Plump Right Back with Electrolytes Plumping Serum and Primer. I did feature this in I think it was like a best of NYX video or all new from NYX video last year, and I've really loved this primer. Not only is it a gripping primer, but I do feel like it's a really hydrating primer, and it makes the skin just look beautiful. I did makeup for a fashion show back in October. Was it October, end of September? And I used this on all three of my models, and I got a lot of compliments on how beautiful their skin looked. So this is what I used. The next product is another complexion product, and thinking back on 2022, I feel like it was the year of complexion products, specifically foundation releases in 2022, and I tried quite a few, all of which have reviews on my channel, and most of them I really loved, but the one that really stood out for me and that I've been using the most out of all of them is from NARS, and this is the Light Reflecting Foundation. I have mine in the shade M1 Punjab. It is a medium coverage. It is buildable, and I just love the texture of this. I love how it applies on my skin. I do have acne prone skin with texture, and I don't feel like this accentuates it in any way. It's light reflecting, it's lightweight, there's no scent. I don't feel like it irritates my skin. If I remember correctly, it's supposed to have some sort of skincare ingredient in there, and I do have a full-on review on this foundation on my channel if you want to check that out. Next up is concealer, and I did try quite a few. I want to say maybe 3 or 4 concealers in 2022, but out of all of the concealers that I tried, the one that I've been using by far the most and continue to use is this concealer from Jouer. And this is their Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. It's creaseless, soft matte, and does have hyaluronic acid. I use the shade Macadamia. And this is what it looks like on the inside to give you guys an idea. It does have a doe foot applicator. Again, I do have a in-depth review on this product on my channel. And I also have a coupon code with Jouer. It's Glitz by Day for 15% off of your order. That is an affiliate link, so I do make a small commission if you decide to use it, just letting you guys know. So if you're interested in checking it out and want to use my code, that's available to you. And the year 22 was also the year of, I feel like, cream products. We had a lot of cream products launching, whether it was blush or bronzer. And so that's what we're moving into first. I'm going to talk about cream bronzer first. And the one that stood out to me in 2022 out of the ones that I tried is definitely this one from LYS Beauty. This is their No Limits cream bronzer stick. I have mine in the shade Harmony. This is another product that I did do a dedicated review on. You can see mine looks pretty beat up because it has been used. I do really love this. It is very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way, so I will say that. Keep that in mind. And it's fairly reasonably priced. If I remember correctly, I think it's like $18 or $19, so not too bad at all. And then we have our cream blush products. Now, this one that I'm going to mention first, I've talked about multiple times, so you guys are probably sick of me talking about it, whether mentioning it on my Instagram or in a couple videos here on YouTube, and that is from PIXI. This is their On The Glow blush tinted moisture stick, specifically in the shade Juicy. This has been most likely my most used in the beginning parts of 2022. It kind of rolls up like a deodorant stick. It has this really beautiful orange corally pink tint. It's kind of sheer. It's really easy to work with and I really love it. The other cream blush that really stole my heart this year is from Tower 28. And this was the first time I had tried Tower 28 cream blushes. I have the shade, I think this is Beach Please Magic Hour is the shade I have. So you can see there, it's pretty used. Testament to how much I enjoy it. I usually like to use a makeup spatula or something to kind of scrape off some product, put it on the back of my hand, and then apply, and then pick it up from my brush to apply it from there versus dipping the brush into the actual pan. This one's also relatively affordable price. I think it's around $18 to $24, somewhere in that range. All of Tower 28's products are pretty reasonably priced, especially for being a higher end makeup line. So as you can see, we've kind of got a mix of drugstore and high end in this overview. I didn't really do that in any particular way. I just sat down, tried to write down from memory the products that stood out to me the most in 2022 and kind of wrote those down without even looking in my makeup drawers and pulled them out as I go. So there's no real method to the madness here. The next product, which is not a 2022 release, but for me in 2022, that's really when I fell in love with this product, is from Charlotte Tilbury. And this is their Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. I have the shade 2 Medium. And you can see how well loved this is. If you've been here on my channel for a while, you'll know my #1 top holy grail face powder is the Elcie pressed powder, and while that's still one of my favorites, the Charlotte Tilbury kind of gave it a run for its money in 2022, so I kind of alternate between both. I also do want to say that I find the shade medium 2 to be pretty versatile in terms of people with light to medium complexions. In the summertime, I can get more on the medium side versus in the winter time, I can get pretty light just depending on how much I've been out in the sun, and I feel like this works for both of those situations. Okay, let's move into more powder products. The next powder products are products that haven't been in my collection for very long. I think I did a video on these guys, maybe September, early October-ish, and these are from Sigma. This was my first time trying either of the complexion products from Sigma. And I do have an in-depth review on both of these products on my channel. So I have here the matte bronzer in the shade Medium. And again, I am wearing all of these products on my face today. I feel like the shade airs a little bit on the neutral cool side, so it's not too warm and not too cool, so it's right in the middle, which works really well. And then the blush, I have the shade Corda Rosa, which is this really beautiful rosy pink tone. I love mauve pinky tones like this. I feel like it just works really well for my complexion, winter or summer. And so these are real standouts for me. Next up, we have highlighters. So this is another product that is not a 2022 release. And I will say I've owned this product for longer than just a year, and I've used it for longer than that, but I feel like I really dove into it and was using it pretty much every time I did my makeup in 2022. And this is from Elcie. You guys all know how much I love Elcie Cosmetics. Majority of their products I own and use and love, but this is the Skin Reflector highlighter. I have the shade that I use the most is the shade Golden Haze, and you can see that dip in the highlighter, at least I hope you can see. You can see how it kind of has a gradient, so depending on what time of the year that you're using it, you know, wintertime to summertime, this is a really versatile highlighter to use or even to add to your kit. One of the things that I love about this is that I don't feel like it accentuates any texture. It layers beautifully under blush and over blush, and it's just a more, I don't want to say natural, because you can build it up to give you that really punchy highlighter if you like, but if you're looking for something a bit more subtle, natural, I guess we could say, then this is the highlighter for you. I love this so much that during their Black Friday sale, I actually decided to pick up another shade, and I got the shade Rosy Blaze, which is a more of a pinky champagne tone. I've used this one a couple times, but I'm excited to have this one in my collection. In terms of brows, I feel like my brow products for the most part have been pretty consistent over the years. Mostly the Anastasia Brow Wiz, the really fine pencil is what I use, but as of 2022, I've really fallen in love and almost use this pretty much anytime I'm gonna do my makeup, specifically my eyebrows, the product from NYX. And this is the Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. I use the shade Ash Brown most often. I have a full-on video of this product right here. It's a brush tip. You've got a pretty fine tipped brush on there. I've had this for months. I want to say early to mid 2022. Don't feel like it's dried out. It's easy to apply. It's not overly pigmented that I feel like if I press too hard, I have this like glob of ink. And so I've really been enjoying this one. We're gonna jump to eye products since we talked about the brow product real quick. And I don't have any eyeshadow on today. I was kind of in a rush to get this video filmed because I'm losing light, and so I didn't want to run the risk of losing light while trying to do my eyeshadow. So I decided to not do eyeshadow today, but I do want to share with you the two palettes that really stole my heart in 2022 and then I used most often, starting off with the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette. Now, this is the first Lunar Beauty palette that I actually used. I want to say I had gotten a mystery box from Lunar Beauty that came with the Moonspell Volume 2 palette. I think I do have a unboxing video on my channel, but I never ended up using it. It was a stunning palette, but I just didn't use it. And when this palette came out, I was more inclined towards the color scheme. So this is the palette on the inside. You've got really pretty nude pinky neutrals as well as some warm tones here. And this row of shimmers and these textured colors, metallics, are beautiful. I use this on clients. I want to say I use this on most of my clients in 2022. The bride that I did, I think I used it for her engagement makeup, and then I used it on a couple of the models for the fashion show. So a really beautiful palette. If you're a makeup artist, highly recommend to add this to your kit. And in the later part of 2022, You may recall, if you've been here on my channel, that towards the end of September, mid-September, I had decided that I was going to go on a no-buy for eyeshadow palettes, with the exception of a Danessa Myricks palette that I did end up picking up in the Sephora VIB sale. And I stuck to my no-buy for the most part. This next palette was an exception to that no-buy, but it wasn't that expensive, so I'm going to cut myself from some slack. And this is from Urban Decay. It's one of their Naked mini palettes. Specifically, this is the Foxy palette. You know, these colors in the palette, if you know me, you'll know why I picked this up. This color scheme, this kind of grungy, taupey brown, and this like olive green shade, has me written all over it. So in the past, I want to say 5 to 6 months, if I'm wearing eyeshadow, I've most likely been wearing this palette, whether it's just throwing on this shade in the crease, this shade right here as like a eyeshadow liner, and throwing in one of these shimmers on the lid, and we're just ready to go. I love the convenience of this palette, easy to travel with, and really great for just a quick, let's get it done eyeshadow look. And pretty affordable. I think this is around the what is this, like $29? Right around there. It's not more than $29, I don't think. Moving on to lips. We're talking lip liners. A standout for me in 2022 is another product from NYX, and this is their Line Out Loud lip liners. I have mine in 5 shades, so you can see how much I love these. Currently wearing the shade Global Citizen. So this is what it looks like. I don't remember if I did a dedicated video. I definitely have this in a reel on my Instagram, but that's the shade that I'm wearing right now, Global Citizen. Very smooth, very long wearing. I love the colors. And I want to say they're around $10. These have been really standout drugstore lip liner products. Continuing with lip products, there's a couple. So let's start off with like lipstick products. These are from Dose of Colors, and these are the Velvet Mousse lipsticks. I featured these on a couple reels as well as TikToks. This is an updated formula, if I'm not mistaken, from Dose of Colors. I have the shades Nude Mood and Truffle. I also have their corresponding lip liners, which I do love as well. So let's give you guys a little swatch. This is the shade Nude Mood. And I like these because the texture, it's a more, like the name says, velvet mousse texture. So it's not as drying as like a liquid lipstick. I'm not a huge fan of liquid lipsticks anymore. So there we have the shade Nude Mood. And let me go ahead and swatch the shade Truffle for you guys. I don't have either of these on right now. I literally just have the lip liner on my lips right now. And here's the shade Truffle. You can see it's a little more mauvey pink. Really great. So you can get these in a set that it comes with the lipstick as well as the lip liner for around $24, between the $25 to $30 range. I don't remember exactly, so I did really enjoy these. The next product is a drugstore product, and this is from Essence. This is their Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss. I have 2 of these. The other shade is also in my purse, but this shade that I have here is in the shade 105 Flower Blossom. It's like a nude milky pink with some shimmer in it. It does have a bit of a plumping effect to it. I also have this in clear, and we've got the doe foot applicator right here. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of this. So you guys can see how hydrating that is. Really impressed with the formula. It has a very light scent, which I really enjoy. I don't like lip products that are overly scented. It is a vegan formula and it's under $5. So highly recommend checking these out if you haven't already. Okay, we're coming down kind of to the end of my bin here. Next, we have some setting sprays. So let's talk about the one that I probably used the most this year. And this is another product from Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I had mine in the little travel size, and as you can see, it's pretty much used up. Not only did I really enjoy using this on myself, but I used this for every makeup client that I worked with in 2022. And I don't know if I want to call this a dupe, but a drugstore setting spray that I found to be comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury is from Milani. And this is their Make It Last Original Natural Finish Setting Spray. And you can see it's more than halfway through. So I really did love this one as well. I discovered this one towards kind of the middle of 2022 and have been loving it. Let's get into some, I guess you can say tools. Well, not really. Lashes, false lashes. The year 2022, I think I really discovered and found my go-to favorite eyelashes. These are literally, I want to say, the only eyelashes that I wore during 2022. I used these lashes on most of my makeup clients also in 2022, and these are from Ardell. They're from the Naked Lash line, and specifically the style 420 are my favorites. I took it out of the packaging because it's easier to store, and so you can see how beautiful these lashes are. Some of the highlights of this lash that I love is the band. It's super thin, super easy to work with, easy to customize. I love the length of the lashes. I love the curl of them. I feel like it's not too much and it's not too natural. It's a happy, my ring light just gave out. Let's pause and see if I can figure out what happened. Turned it back on. I don't know what happened, but my heart drops. Like, please don't let my ring light give out now that I am back to filming. But like I was saying, I really love the thin band, the ease of application. I love that it's a happy medium between, you know, your very big and fluffy lashes and your natural lashes. Obviously, your lash style is going to depend on your preference, but for me, this is what I've been using. It's comfortable on the eye. I can wear it all day, and yeah, so I highly recommend checking out the Ardell Naked Lashes in the style 420. I have also used the style 421 and 424, but the 420s are definitely my favorite. And last but not least, in the best of 2022, we've got some tools. And these are specifically eye brushes. I've talked about these eye brushes multiple times on my YouTube channel. I didn't get the chance to do a dedicated video for them when they launched. These are the brushes from Rose and Ben Beauty. They launched the end of 2021. I want to say end of November. I used them in a video in December 2021, and honestly, since then, I have fallen in love. These are pretty much the only eye brushes that I use when I'm doing my eyeshadow. I have here, my favorite is definitely the E28. So this is what it looks like, so much so that I have two of these. Sometimes when I'm doing an eye look, I can do my entire eye look just using this brush. So a couple things that I love about this is I love how soft it is on the eyes. I love the weight of it. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. You can tell it was really beautifully made. If I'm not mistaken, the fibers are synthetic. And one of the great things about these fibers is it does not absorb product. So it's really easy to switch between eyeshadow shades when using this brush. You just get any towel or any paper towel that you have, kind of rub it off on, and you can immediately dip into the next shade without worrying about it mixing or looking muddy. So if you were gonna pick up only one brush from Rose and Ben Beauty, for me, it would have to be the E28. I'm actually debating on picking up a third one just in case, but I also have the E29, which is a more fluffy blending brush. I love to use this just to help blend out any harsh lines or kind of finishing touches. The E27 is a pretty unique shaped brush. I don't know if you guys can see how it's angled. And I really love this, especially for me because I have hooded eyes when I'm trying to do detail work or get into the small areas of the crease. This is also really great for inner corner highlight or your lower lash line. And then I also have the C30, which is more of this like pointed flat shader brush. This brush is really great for concealer, for cutting your crease if you're doing that, or and also to apply shimmer or metallic shadows. I feel like when I pick it up with this brush, I'm able to apply it more carefully and seamlessly to my eyelid versus using a finger, especially when my nails are pretty long, because it can get everywhere. So highly recommend checking out the Rose and Ben brushes. I do have a few of her complexion brushes as well, but I definitely reach for the eye brushes the most. Holy moly. All right, I think we got through it all. Yep, my little basket here is empty. So those are the best of makeup products for 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite makeup product of 2022 was, if you're still using it or plan on still using it, or any other products that I didn't mention that you think I should try out. Leave it in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in to my YouTube video. I'm happy to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe and turn on the notifications before you leave, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.